Okay, this is going to be a very quick update. I don't remember when the last time I updated everyone is. I'm filming this on my phone as I go for a walk around the kids' rehab area. So obviously it's going to be very bumpy. I don't know how the audio is going to be, but just bear with me. So, recapping, Feliks had SEEG on April 15th, and then he had his first hemi on April 24th, and then he had a repeat hemi the day after Mother's Day on May 13th. He has been seizure free since the second hemi, which is just shy of 2 months at this point, which is amazing. He's never gone this long without seizing since he started having seizures. So this is huge. We've been here at Kids Rehab in Toronto for a month? Just shy of a month, a couple days shy of a month. We've had a couple weekend passes. This week's a short week for us because with the long weekend and then with the neurology follow-up, we stayed home for a little bit longer. So right now it's Thursday, the day I'm filming this. We're gonna go home tomorrow. It's gonna get dark because I'm going back into the forest because there's walking trails around here. So currently, you might be wondering, where's your child? My child is in the playroom. I brought him out briefly for rounds, and then I took him back because he likes to go and have fun and play, and it means he's not sitting around watching Blue's Clues for 500 years. Also wonderful. So it's been, let's just round up. We'll say it's been a month here. To note, Feliks has hit baseline in all things except for mobility. So what that means is his speech is back to normal, which is not normal for his age, but is normal for him, which is huge. And what else? His comprehension is good. He's back to eating mostly normal. He aspirates a little bit on like thin fluids. We've tried different kinds of cups, but like Peter's a speech pathologist. He's not concerned, nor am I, because like his breathing is still fine. His lungs sound fine. And it's not like it's all the time. It's probably just when he's like tired. Hydration is still an issue, especially now that he doesn't have an NG tube. Pooping is still an issue. To give my first enema yesterday, that was an experience. It was fine. It worked well. It was great. But also like, dear child, please poop. So I spoke with the doctors at rounds today. We're gonna jump up to giving PEG twice a day. I'll continue to try and hydrate his ass. Not actually his butt, but like get fluids into him, you know? And, oh, do I want to go this way? Do I want to go like down here? No, because then I have to go back up. Let's go through the fence over here. I saw somebody else walking, so it's probably okay. You tell me. I haven't gone this way before. So yeah, so hydration's still an issue, but we have some success by giving him fluids through like a syringe. So we have a 60 ml syringe at home, a 60 ml syringe here, and I'll just like suck up some of his water from his water cup and pop it in the syringe and try and get it in his mouth. He's also eating a lot of like happy water foods. So like watermelon, he's eating a lot of watermelon, a little bit of cucumber, whatever. He's doing okay, but it's still an issue. So that's something that we have to work on. Mobility is still like the biggest kicker. So right now we know we're gonna go home with a walker and a wheelchair. We have a seating assessment next week. Sometime next week we have a seating assessment. So I guess they'll like measure him for a walker and a wheelchair, and we'll like go through all of the paperwork and stuff. It's a lot of money, but luckily ADP is covering, at least the wheelchair ADP will cover 75%, and then my benefits cover the rest of it. Thank God. The walker's still up in the air. One of the other moms was saying that ADP will only cover a walker if they're using it independently. So up until our seating assessment next week, I think that will be like the big thing, is figure out if he's able to use the walker that he's got here right now independently, and I'm going to try and bring it home with us on the weekends if it folds up enough for me to fit it in the car. I might have to do some rearranging, but we'll figure it out. if I can get all of those things in the car, hopefully we can see how the walker works at home and then see if we need to make any adjustments at home. I've been delegating tasks. Y'all will be so proud. I've been delegating tasks to Peter because the internet here is awful. So whether or not this video ever gets uploaded, I don't know. I'm gonna try. But I've been like messaging Peter being like, I need you to do this. I need you to send me this information, because for me to try and find it is just like, it takes hours. It's awful. Also, if I seem like I'm like off screen, it's because there's people around me. What else? So yeah, I mean, like a lot of it's just like up in the air stuff. I told Peter also, I say like I'm telling him to do it. I'm requesting he do it because like certain things have to happen at home. I can't do it. I'm not there. So I requested, milkweed. I wonder if butterflies have started laying their eggs yet. Probably not. I think it's too soon. Anyhoot, I said to Peter, I need him to get quotes for like maybe 2 different quotes from 2 different companies for an accessibility ramp for out front for them to build it. Because if I have quotes, then we can fill out the Easter Seals grant paperwork, which I can do with our social worker next week, because like I don't have the brain cells to do it while also watching off Felix and also taking him to different therapies and stuff. So she can help me with that. I just need the quote to be able to do it. The quote will hopefully get us the funding. The funding is not for the actual build itself, it's for the supplies. So we will still have to foot the bill, but I'm hopeful that we can also get some of the like grant money from the rehab building, because they have money set aside for recreation use for kids. They have money set aside for, what else? Like home respite. So like money that we can use to like pay a friend to come like take Felix for a bit, or to help out at home, like that sort of thing. Bugs. So that's something like we'll have to look into. Other updates. Also, while I'm here, the editing on this is going to be non-existent, because the only thing I have with me is my iPad, and that's even if I can get this off of my phone onto my iPad, if the internet allows. Also, I'm currently going downhill, which means I have to go back uphill at the end of this. So, all things said, we have about 5 weeks left here. Currently, our projected discharge date is mid-August. So, equal parts exciting and terrifying, because if you think about it, 5 weeks is not a long time, which means, yes, we're going to be done rehab in 5 weeks, which means we get to go home and we'll switch to like whatever's available in the community, blah, blah, blah. However, what are we really expecting? Like, what kind of miraculous changes are we expecting in his abilities in the next 5 weeks? You know what I mean? I'm hopeful that with this different walker where some of the wheels lock, it'll give him some more independence and he'll get better at it. The biggest thing for us is as much independent mobility as possible. We recognize that there's certain things that he's not going to be able to do right now. That's fine. He can't get himself up and onto a potty. He can't get himself in his wheelchair by himself. He needs a lot of like trunk support. And he can't get in and out of the car on his own, because currently he can't stand on his own. He has no balance and not enough like trunk control. It's almost like the strength is there, but the motor planning's not there. Hi. So he's got to figure out, like, I don't know if it's just because he's super distracted or it's just like too many moving parts, and to try and like fit them all together is really tricky. It's probably a combination of those things. So I'm really hoping that we're going to work on that going forward. I don't know. So that's the update I have for you. I'm getting to a bridge, at which point I'm going to turn around and walk back up and then go get myself a puppy and iced coffee. Okay, I'm going back up here now. So I'm going to get an iced coffee. It's only 10 to 11, which means I probably will have a couple minutes to sit and read my book and drink my coffee before I have to go get Felix from the playroom, because they close at 11:30, and then I will try to hydrate him both before, during, and after lunch. So I'm going to end this here. There will be no thumbnail. There will be no nothing. I'm going to attempt to upload it while I'm walking to my death up this hill, because if you know me, and you know me plus inclines, no. And if you also know me, you know that currently in this stage of my life, in this chapter, I'm so completely deconditioned because I have not been working out. But here I am, out here, slonging it in the heat just to get this done. So I will post back later when I have more updates.